Hello humans, Master DinnerFlax here bringing you the low quality content you deserve, and today I decided, well, it wasn't just today, I've been testing this over the past few days as our new format has been announced, and one of the things I've been testing is gym nights. Now, it's weird, because without the FTK, a lot of people thought, oh, there's nothing you can do with this deck. But when I was talking to people, they commonly said you only win about half your games with the FTK. The other half you actually just win with the deck. So I was like, well, that's kind of an interesting concept. If the deck has a way to win without an FTK, since the FTK is not possible without a 7-card hand now, what if I were to focus on expanding that alternate, aka not FTK win condition? So I'd done it before. I made a Gym Night deck that was not about FTKing, but the thing about that deck was there was no purpose in not FTKing, because you're not guaranteeing a win when you don't FTK. When you do FTK, you do guarantee a win. So there was no reason. I just made it for fun. But now, since, of course, that FTK is gone, you got to find the original win condition again. So, I've been testing, and this one has been testing out great. Like, I really enjoy this deck. It's not done, of course. As you can see, there's no side deck. The main deck's 42 cards. The hand trap ratios are odd. And I have Twin Twisters in the main. Like, there's so many things I need to finish with this deck. But I'm going to go ahead and get into it and explain some of my choices. We got triple Tourmaline. Thunders are absolutely the best fusion materials in Gym Nights. So triple of this. And then 2 Sapphire. Now, it actually doesn't... So, I want to say it doesn't matter. All it needs to be is not a rock normal monster. And it needs to be a normal monster. So, I had to choose between Pyro and Aqua, and I went with Aqua because of one fusion in the extra deck that is actually really good for fusion climbing. But also, more importantly, because it's an Aqua with your Thunders and Rocks, you can actually make Curious in the deck, and Curious can send Block Dragon or Global, whichever one you need. Mainly Block Dragon, if you haven't seen it. And then for the last normal monster, Lapis, just as an extra name, it does seem kind of cuttable now, but it actually being a rock normal has come up a few times. Not to mention it's searchable with Block Dragon when you get to the scenario like that. Then we got triple Azuli, triple Obsidian, of course, triple Gem Armadillo. I think you need to max out on this now if you're going to bother playing Gym Nights, because you need to fusion summon. And then we got triple Rescue Rabbit. So every combo I've done, and these combos, I don't have the replays, but I have the screenshots. All the combos, all I needed, the only thing I needed was 2 Gym Nights on the field to make a combo. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then 2 Block Dragon. The reason there's the reason there's not 3 is because you send it with Curious or Foolish, so you actually get to see it like all the time, and you only really utilize one. But if you don't get to either of those, it's very nice to have the option. You can just send this with Curious, and this deck's actually really good at making Curious, mainly because I chose a non-rock normal monster. But yeah, so you only need 2 of this. However, this one's different. I've been testing this guy. It is so easy to have 5 Earth to put 5 Earths in grave, and then with Block Dragon and Gym Night Fusion, it's so easy to keep 5 Earths in the graveyard. Like, it's so easy. So I was like, screw it, I'll put in 3 Monster Reborns that are level 8 in my deck, and he's been very good. Kinda sucks that I can't fuse him to anything, but he's still just amazing. The hard once per turn clause doesn't matter, because if you're actually using Grand Soil in a non-loop, he's actually just fine like that. And then for the hand traps, we got triple ash, 1 ogre. So I think I need to either cut this entirely or something else, because originally I was only playing 1 because with Grand Soil and Brilliant Fusion I could revive it out of the grave and like make a rank 8 for Seraphonite, but I took Seraphonite out, which I kind of regret now. I mean, I can put it back in whenever, but no, the whole point was it was a hand trap you could pseudo search with Brilliant Fusion Grand Soil, but it seems pretty gimmicky, so I don't know. I'll test it later. And then finally, Glow Up Bulb. This card, I don't know if this is gonna stay in. So, like, it's not for Naturia Beast. It's actually just for extra Earths Engraved by the milling and a way to make Curious if you don't have a way to extend. But I don't know. I'm going to test this a few more times, but it's not been... I've never made Naturia Beast with it. So, I don't know. We'll see. But right now, it's underperforming, and I can totally agree with you just cutting it entirely. For the spells, the most important spell in your deck, the other most important spell in your deck, a Gym Knight from your deck. Like I was saying, the only thing you need to do is put 2 gym monsters on the field, and you are golden. But you need as many ways as possible to do that. And you got Rescue Rabbit. You got plenty of things to do it. So, yeah, triple of this. Triple Twin Twister. This was originally called by the Grave. But when I was testing, literally the only thing people were bringing into unlimited testing were True Draco. And I was like, seriously? I kind of want to test against more than just True Draco. Like, literally, the only thing I've been able to test against is True Draco while testing this new format. So I was like, fuck it, Called by the Grave is worthless, so I'll just put in 3 Twin Twisters, which is way better against them, because they don't play hand traps. But, yeah, triple Twin Twister. If I actually start playing against things that aren't True Draco, it's going to be Called by the Grave in the main, and then sided Twin Twisters. 1 Foolish and 1 Reborn. If I had to cut anything... If I want to cut this to 40 cards, I'm going to cut Lapis, like the normal monster, and then Bulb. But at the same time, I really want to maximize on, like, Earths. I want a really large monster lineup to do that. But we will see. I also want to put back in Seraphonite, but it hasn't really been doing anything. But, again, we'll see later, because... I'll explain the extra deck now. 3 Zirconia, because what I've been doing a lot is my combos are Curious and 1 to 2 rank 8s with a Block Dragon on field. And you're only going to make rank 8s with level 8. So, yeah, that guy. 1 Brilliant Diamond. This is just for Quartz and Brilliant Fusion. You use this as just a Lone Fire Blossom for your Brilliant Fusion. But also, with Quartz, you get to recycle 3 of your fusion monsters, which is really important. And then you can make this, which is also really helpful. Master Diamond, the one of. He's only good, like, in late game scenarios now. Because the only thing you really want to do with him is you want to copy this guy. And this guy's really good. Yeah, obviously you know. Discard a Gym Knight card, pop a card on the field, and you want to copy him with Master Diamond. So that's about all he does. But here's one of them I've been testing a lot, and this guy's really cool. Gym Knight Aquamarine. Everything else, except the bottom part of his effect, is just, I ignore it, because it doesn't matter. But, let me get to it. When he's on the field and you fuse with them, or link with them, or whatever you want to do with them, you target a card your opponent controls and compulse it. So what happens a lot is I make this just to fusion climb into Prismara, so I get to compulse and Regeki break something, which is really good at disestablishing a field when your monsters are huge, like Grand Soil, Block Dragon. And then you can do it with Quartz too. You get to compulse and then Quartz and then recycle, do everything again. So really, really good. Lady Lapis Lazuli. This card, all you do is just jump dump Lazuli in the grave so you get an extra fusion material. That's the extent of what you do with it. And it is another thing to copy with Master Diamond for late game, just for a massive cowboy, but that's about it. The quartz, I think you should always play 2 because the first one recycles the second, so very good. Curious, make this all the time. It dumps Glow Up Bulb, Block Dragon, and then mills 3 for extra. Mrs. Radiant, a way to link off your Block Dragon and a Glow Up Bulb. I find this really important. 38 for the rank 2 and Felgrand for the rank, I said rank 2, rank 8s. Felgrand is not the best rank 8 anymore, but the reason I play him is only because he's a stun XYZ that detaches a material whenever you want to, because a lot of the times when I'm detaching a material, I'm just wanting to detach Block Dragon so I can just summon it afterwards, and this is one of the cards that allows you to do that. This is also another reason why I want to play Seraphonite, so I can get my dead Felgrand off the field, like without materials. And then finally, Naturia Beast. Probably the, it's one of the reasons I'm probably going to cut Bulb. So, yeah, that's about it for the deck profile. Oh, one last thing. The cards I've been testing, you already know about this. But Topaz is really interesting with Master Diamond, because if you know the old school Armory Arm BLS, Topaz is Armory Arm BLS, but he has a shitty stat lineup. However, Master Diamond doesn't. So what you do is you just send him to the graveyard with either Lady Lapis or actually fusion summoning it and just sending it to the graveyard. And then you just do so much. But that's really gimmicky and it's really cute, but it doesn't help you in any way. So probably not going to stick with that, but it is kind of fun to keep in mind. So yeah, I'll just show you the screenshots. All it is like, this is a field. I think I just opened Brilliant Fusion, Tourmaline, and I got to that. But then the other one was Topaz Tourmaline Grand Soil. This was also really good. This is before I realized I need Felgrand in here, so that's why I don't have another rank 8 up. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I really enjoy playing this deck. I think it's actually really solid without FTKing. Do I think it'll be the best deck? No. Do I think it'll even top an event? Maybe some regionals. It's got some good cards in it. Block Dragons is pretty unfair, and Grand Soil's just more Monster Reborns for the deck. Maybe regionals. Maybe it can bubble a YCS, but it's really fun. So yep, that's about it. Thank you all for watching, and remember, Master DinnerFlax will take your soul.